Okay, so as promised, this is the second solution I'm going to put up on the website. So this is for question 3 from last class's worksheet. So let's start with the pre-work. So let's just go with the first equation. I'm just going to copy it down from the question. And let's simplify this. Okay, so when I look here, I see the first thing is this bracket is what I want to get rid of. So I'm going to use distributive property. Since it's equal, I'm just going to write it this way. 2y plus 2x. Now I want to try and get the x's and y's on the same side, so I'm going to actually move this x and y to the other side. Okay, so when I do that, I'm just left with the 1 on this side. I already have the 2y and 2x, but this x becomes negative x, and this positive y becomes negative y. So much more simply, I just have y plus x equals 1. How do I get that? I have 2y take away y, or 1y. So 2 minus 1 is just 1y, and I can write 1y more simply as y, and the same with x. Positive 2x minus x, or minus 1x, is equal to 1x, because 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1x more simply is just an x. So actually, this is far easier to deal with. And that's the whole point of why we do pre-work. I would rather deal with this equation in the box than this one with a few more variables. Okay. Let's do the pre-work for this next one. And as you can see here, there's a fraction, which looks more challenging, but you would use a shortcut. And the shortcut is you want to get rid of this over 3. So the way to do that is put brackets around everything. And since it's over 3 here, multiply everything by 3. When I do that, the 3 out front here and the 3 down here as a denominator cancel out. So I'm left with x minus y, but I still have to do distributive property for everything. Okay, so 3 times y is 3y, 3 times negative x is minus 3x, 3 times negative 4 is minus 12. Same thing, I want all the variables on one side and all the numbers on the other. So I'm going to move this x and y to the other side, and this negative 12 over here. So when I move minus 12 to the other side, it becomes positive 12. I already have the 3y and 3x here, so I'm just going to copy it down already. But this is a positive x, so when I move it over, it becomes negative x, or minus x. This is a negative y. When I move it over, it becomes positive y. I'm going to simplify that further. So 12 is equal to, now 3y plus y, or plus 1y, is 4y. Negative 3x, take away x, or take away 1x, is negative 4x. Now you could simplify this further if you wanted to, but if you just want to leave it here, that is also acceptable. So now I have this one equation in a box and another equation in a box, and they're much, much easier. So let's now start step 1. So solve for one variable in one equation. I'm going to use this one because it's a lot easier to. If I solve for, let's solve for x. So move this y over, 1 minus y equals x. I just want to write it more simply. I'm just going to write them on the other side like this. Okay. So that's step 1, nice and easy. Now sub this into the other equation. So the other equation is this. I'm going to sub this in for x. So this becomes 12 minus 4y minus 4, and x is 1 minus y. Don't forget the sign is 4y. And now from this point, let's gather like terms. So this minus 4, I'm going to move over here. So 12 plus 4. And left with 4y plus 4y. This is 16 equals 8y. And if I simplify it, y is equal to 2. Go to step 3. Taking this value and put it into one of the simplified equations. Again, I don't want to use these first two questions because they're a lot longer. Either use this one or this one. Okay, I'm going to use this first one because it looks a lot more straightforward. 1 equals y plus x, or I can use 1 equals 2 plus x, 1 minus 2 equals x, x is equal to negative 1. Now let's check my work. Step 4. Okay, so I'm going to use, let me see, I'm going to use a simplified equation. That is okay. So 1 hopefully is equal to y plus x. Let's try. Y is 2, and x is negative 1. So 2 plus minus 1 is equal to 1. Great, works. Let's try the other one. So 12 hopefully is equal to 4y minus 4x. Let's try. 4 times 2 minus 4 times negative 1. That's 8 minus 4. Oops, plus 4. Because it's minus 4 times minus 1. That is 12. That's 12. It checks out. There is a completed solution to question 3.